One cool, rainy October day, fresh off a plane from Wisconsin, I walked into the sands of the Oregon coast for the first time amid a fine mist of seawater pelting my face and clinging to my clothes. I instantly fell in love with the haunting beauty of this magical place, the smell of the salt that hung in the air, the wind as it carried grains of sand to their next temporary resting place, the seagulls overhead cawing as they searched for their next meal, the vastness of the ocean as it disappeared into the horizon, the powerful waves as they crashed onto the shore. It all seemed peculiarly familiar to me. It was like coming home, but to something I never knew existed, yet somehow had always been waiting for me. The one thing that had been missing my entire life was abruptly found. The emptiness that had long ached in my soul suddenly soothed. A sense of calm and wonder washed over me, just as each wave washed upon the shore. This was the place I was meant to be. This was home. Soon I bid farewell to all I had ever known in the dairy state and drove cross-country with simply my dog and what few items I could fit in my car. I was destined to make Oregon my home. And when you dare to imagine that you can have a different life, when you take a chance on your dreams, sometimes they might just come true. And now that I am home and my Oregon dream has come true, I find myself taking to the sands of the Oregon coast, the People's Coast, whenever my inner world becomes overly burdened. Perhaps I find a connection to the sort of sadness that resides in the solitude of an empty beach, comfort in a stark landscape, gray sky, or the cool air. The emptiness of the grand spaces allows me to let go of all the chaos in my mind, to simply be present in the moment, surrounded by such palpable magic of the salty air. Mystery shrouded in the creeping fog, I walk into the ocean water and feel the sand rush through my toes and the cold as it permeates my skin. I climb onto the rocks that rise from the shore and run my hands over the driftwood surfaces that line the beach like headstones in a graveyard lost in time, remnants of a life long disappeared. I close my eyes and take deep breaths. I focus on the sound of the ocean waves and the seagulls as they fly by, and the squishing sound each one of my footsteps makes in the wet sand, leaving footprints that soon disappear when the next wave glides over them, erasing the only proof of my presence in that moment. I let all of this wash over me. Eventually, whatever was burdening me seems less insurmountable. There is clarity to be found in these isolated moments, the moments I embrace being alone. There is no other place on earth like this place that I call home.